Mindfulness apps are everywhere now. In today's discussion, we assess how effective they are by looking at a randomized control trial that used an app in an attempt to reduce smoking habits. Surveys have shown that 70% of smokers want to quit smoking, but only 5% annually commit to it. The difficulty behind quitting smoking comes down to several factors, such as withdrawal and smoking-related cue exposure, as seeing someone else smoke elicits strong urges. In fact, the exposure to smoking cues predict cravings and smoking. Charles Duhigg, author of The Power of Habit, describes this as Julio's habit loop. He says in his book, when a smoker sees a cue, their brain starts anticipating a hit of nicotine. If it doesn't arrive, the craving grows and grows until the smoker reaches unthinkingly for the pack. Okay, so back to the study. This was a parallel group study in which half of the patients received a neutral stimulus and half received a smoking stimulus. They were then randomly allocated into two interventions for a month. One was the Mindfulness training app, and the other was the National Cancer Institute Quick Guide app. After that, patients were exposed to the same stimuluses again, and the brain scans using fMRI were performed. The results of this research project give strong evidence for the positive effects of mindfulness apps. The study showed that there was a reduction in the reactivity of the posterior cingulate cortex part of the brain to smoking cues. These associations were not seen in patients using the Quick Guide app. The amount of cigarettes smoked decreased in both sets of patients. However, patients using the Quick Guide app were more susceptible and more vulnerable to relapsing, as they hadn't built a mental fortitude to combat these smoking cues. So, if you're finding it hard to quit smoking, try a mindfulness app. That's it for today's Levitate Journal commentary. Make sure you like, subscribe, and let us know what you think about mindfulness apps in the comments below. And as always, links to the books and studies mentioned are in the description box below.